We spoke last week about whether or not we'd shop our neighbours for breaking lockdown rules, but would you ever do the same to your child if they misbehave? But would you shop your own children for bad behaviour, or should you cover for them no matter what? Now, we asked you at home in our exclusive poll, and almost 3/4 of you said no, you wouldn't cover for them. So are you surprised by that, Brenda?
I'm not surprised by that. Because I'm the person that, I'll go and speak to somebody. I like to think that I've raised my kids to know right from wrong.
Yeah.
So, if they've done something really bad, then I'd like to think that they trust me enough to come to me and say, I've done something really bad, will you come with me to the police to hand myself in?
So you can support them,
exactly,
but still expect them to get the cash.
And I wouldn't cover that up. But there are tiny times where, Tanisha might have not wanted to do PE and I've phoned up or I've sent a letter in and said, oh, I made up some excuse so that she doesn't do PE because she wasn't feeling well. That's
about as far as it goes.
Yeah, that's a cover-up that I would kind of take part in.
Oh, Nadia, your face, like...
I'm a bit of a cover-upper. I'm loud and proud. I'm terrible. I'm a helicopter mom. I've tried to hide it. I've tried even on this show to pretend that I'm not.
Can I just let you know, we all knew.
I don't care anymore.
The hiding wasn't that good. The whole country's going, we knew.
I'll cover up nearly anything, really. Obviously not something terrible like murder, or obviously setting that aside. I will, but you know what's interesting is I notice more and more with my girls, I might say to them, oh, do you want me to, shall I? And they'll be tempted, and then they'll go, actually, no, Mum, I think I'd better do it. So it's quite interesting that they now have seen, because of my despicable behaviour, the right way to behave. And I think that's what my parenting has been. I have never led by example, and somehow they've turned out all right.
I think that's all of us, though, really, isn't it?
Because I know you should never lie in front of them, and you should never do this and you'd never do that.
Yeah.
But I have.
Gloria, what do you make of that?
There is a however, though, I think, because I do think that parents have to be parents at times, I mean, in the strictest way, because if somebody has done something, I mean, obviously I'm not talking about murder or stealing something terrible, but I think they have to be taught right and wrong. And I think if you find out that they've done something, they have to be brought to book a bit and apologise or made to return something, whatever. I'll tell you very quickly a story. One of my sons was very good at rugby, and he was playing a big match one day, and the teacher rang me and said, he's not here, sort of like, where is he? Anyway, when he came through the door, I said, how was the rugby? He said, great. How did you win? Oh, yes, we won. And, of course, I knew he was telling lies. Oh. And to my shame, I was watching my best china cup. Actually threw it at him and said, I know you're telling a lie. And I hated that. I hated the lie. I hated the fact he'd let the team down. And I made him apologise to the teacher because I felt at that point that he had to learn a lesson. You can't do that in life.
I think good for you, Gloria. Because that's if you constantly cover up for them, then kids will push. And my attitude to it always is you need to give them something to push against, otherwise they'll just fall flat. And if you constantly just remove any sort of resistance, so they know they can just do whatever they want, kind of get away with it, then they're not, putting the metaphor more fully, they're not upright citizens, they're kind of falling down. So they need to know. But it's very different to never having any backup and support, that like Gloria said, I'll be really cross with you and I might even break a cup, but I'm there for you, but you need to know that actions have consequences.
I used to, I mean, I don't know whether this is bad, probably, but...
You've got 45 seconds to tell us, Nadia.
When they were younger and they used to go somewhere, they'd be out with a group of friends or going to a sleepover, and I would say, well, if you start to hate it or you don't like it or you don't like somebody, this is... So emoji, just send me a heart emoji, that means you're loving it.
Right.
Send me a bear, or, the bear face.
Yeah.
And that means that I will call you within half an hour and say, oh, I'm really sorry, but you've got... That's if they want to be saved.
Okay.
And then that's if they want to come home, I will then call them and say, really sorry, you've got to come back, this bit of emergency, and then Dad will come and pick you up.
Were you in hand with Boris setting up that different levels of different this and that and the other? Because I'm confused whether I'm smiling, laughing, whatever I'm doing.
Or a bear with a sore head.
What is going on?
Helicopter.
Right.